Hello, good morning and welcome. We'll start this morning with a quick look at the CFTC results. We've got our ratios here for the non-commercials and the commercials and the divergence down the side. We've also got down below, we've got ratios for the crosses. So basically the ones you've got that are interesting is the CAD JPY. Even the AUD JPY isn't too bad because I'm expecting the divergence to have increased on the AUD because of the swift rise that it's had. Let me just have a look. Down below, the Euro JPY at 14.9, the Euro Swiss franc even at 11.9. Let me just see. The pound Japanese yen. The pound's going to have quite a few more problems over the next couple of months, and the Japanese yen basically it's done really well over the last 6 to 8 months. So I think we're going to see, even though they're trying to keep it down low and talk it down, I think we're going to see a rise in the price of the Japanese yen. So those are the main ones that I'll be watching. So anyway, we'll get straight on to a quick look at the charts, and we'll start as ever with the AUD Swiss franc. We got a divergence short of 5 to 1. We've come down on the RSI quite swiftly, cut through the trend line here on the candles. So I think this is going to increase over the next couple of weeks. We're going to see quite a lot of weakness on the Australian dollar. The iron ore prices are going to fall because they've tightened credit availability for speculators in China. Now, there's a lot of people, and the Chinese are the worst. They are the biggest gamblers in the world. They will bet on anything: cockroaches, spiders, raindrops down the window, and they will speculate on iron ore. And now, because they've tightened the credit, it's going to stop a lot of that, and also speculation on oil. So we might expect to see commodities and commodity currencies coming down with the tightening of credit, which will be good for me. Not like the fall in the price of the dollar, which I really hated the other day. But anyway, we have broken the trend lines on this, and I am expecting this to fall quite a lot further over the next 4 weeks. AUD Japanese yen, same thing. I'm expecting weakness on the Australian dollar and a bit of strength on the yen. We've got a short divergence of 8.1 to 1 for the pair. We've actually broken the trend line. We've had 3 days where it's popped back up, and I'm expecting weakness to unfold for this pair. We came up above my resistance on the RSI, and I'm expecting it to turn back down. We'll see where that goes. Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Nice divergence, 10.2. It's always nice to get them over the 10. We have come down nicely through the 50 on the RSI. So hopefully we can hold below the 50, and we'll see quite a lot more weakness unfold for this pair. Let's just have, yeah. So there you go. Canadian dollar Japanese yen, a short divergence of 13.1, so that is fairly impressive. We are actually just below the 50 on the RSI, and I would like this to start moving down a bit further. Hopefully if the oil price falls off, we'll see more weakness unfold for the Canadian dollar, and we're looking for more strength on the yen, so that would be quite good. Euro Swiss franc, the euro's gone up. It's just really, in my opinion, it is just overvalued and overbought, and I am waiting for it to come back down. It did quite surprise me, the 2 large candles that we've had, but you know, that's forex for you. We've got a divergence short of 11.1. News can always do things like this. The overriding fundamental factors will always win, but that's why I say small trades and add to your trades when you start winning, because I've had this before where I've got caught out with a large trade, and the pair goes against me, and all you can do is get out for a big loss. So anyway, there we go. We're starting to look a little bit down on the RSI, but that's the best divergence for the euro Swiss franc we've had for a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping to see quite a lot more weakness on this. If I go onto a weekly chart, you can see how far we have to fall. I'm expecting to get back down here in the next sort of 2-3 months. So we're at the moment we're slightly above the 69.1, but pointing down. So if you take this point here and you take the new candle at the top, you're slanting up, and you take that point there, new point down here, you're slanting down. Now I prefer, if you're doing a divergence, for the RSI to be below the 69.1. But it's still nice to see this sentiment saying it is basically overpriced. Let's see it come down. Euro Japanese yen. Yep. So here we go. We've had a nice move up, which didn't do me any favors, but we have a divergence this week short of 14.9, and that would have been 14.9. That would have been about Tuesday's candle. Where's that? As Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Tuesday's candle would have ended here on the resistance or support, sorry. So we've come down and now we've come back up. All I can think is that this divergence short has actually increased. So I am waiting to see this come down a bit more. We are flattening off a bit today. Pound Swiss franc, it's just been sideways for such a long time. We have got a short divergence of only 3.8 to 1. So we will, over the next few weeks, I'm certain, see this increase, and I would like to get this below the 50, you know, to make sure that it goes down. Pound Japanese yen, again, you know, we went up to resistance. This is quite a big resistance here. I think this is monthly turning point. From here you've got this nice run down. We've been up, we've touched it again, and now we're coming back down off it. So hopefully we've got a divergence short of 12.8 to 1, which is fairly decent. On a weekly chart, you can see, you know, we're just bouncing along the top here. I just want it to turn back down. So there we go. Right, this is the Euro GBP, excuse me, Euro GBP. This has got a fairly decent divergence this week, and let's just have a quick look. Euro GBP is 6.3. Best, it isn't great, but that's the best it has been for a long while. So we'll see where that goes, but I expect to see a bit more weakness on this. Like I said, the euro, in my opinion, is way overbought. This is platinum. Yes, definitely. I'll get platinum palladium a bit mixed up. So this is platinum, and we've seen this nice hike in the price. The weakness of the dollar really hasn't helped it at all. So the price has gone up and up and up. I'm expecting it now to start coming down. But when you're up this high, what you really want is a nice sharp downtrend. And if we get a nice sharp downtrend and a cut through the trend line here, I'm expecting it to follow through short. Turkish lira, Japanese yen. This has come down the last few days. I'm expecting it to fall further. We want more strength on the yen, and the Turkish lira was overbought anyway up here. So we're expecting that to move nicely down for us. Get a few more. Hungarian forint, USD Hungarian forint. It's come down nicely below the 30.9. We can in fact just move this over. This is our trend line. There we go. We want it to come back up, cut through the trend line, and give us a nice surge upwards. If you catch this where it goes through the trend line, like, you know, if you'd have caught it down the bottom here, when it goes up, you can always put a stop loss in, just in profit, or like a very small take profit in, you know, and that's what I always think anyway, and that's why I like this type of trading. I think it's safer. But there you go. USD, Czechoslovakian krone. Um, Same thing again. I mean, we've had weakness on the dollar, unbelievable. It's come below the 30.9, and hopefully we're going to see a bit more strength unfold towards the end of the month. So we'll see where that goes. This is South African rand against the Japanese yen. I am expecting over the next couple of weeks for this to short quite nicely. It's come down off the highs, and I'm looking for the RSI to go below the 50. But the commitment of traders, I believe last week, they hadn't even got one long trade on for this pair. And here we go. This is the USD palladium, not platinum. This is palladium. Uh, Obviously, with the weak dollar, we've had it going up. So I'm looking for this to short back down. On the commitment to traders, which I did with the daily report, I did show you the position of the commercials is extreme short position for this. I'm expecting it to break back down. Oil again, it's overbought. It's up at 64. This looks like it's going to cut the trend line, but I want a nice sharp downward movement for a cut on the trend line. So we'll see where that goes, but I think this week we should see a break in the oil price. Okie dokie. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully see you again.